Hello everyone, welcome to Master Stage. And today we are going to discuss Principles of Management. It is a part of your MBA Semester 1 and Paper 1. So let us see Introduction to Management. So this particular video consists of full syllabus which is covered in 20 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes are covered. Let us see the meaning. So what is the meaning of management? It is coordinating and looking at the work activities in order to achieve the organization goals very smoothly and efficiently. The definition part is that the process of the management definition is that the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the resources to accomplish objectives. So the main important of the management is that fully utilization of various resources available, and the goal of the organization need to be achieved, and in order to have the organized success in competition environment. So full utilization of resources, and what are the goals of the organization need to be achieved, and so that organization is going to be succeed in competitive world. So the nature of management is that it is a dynamic, means it changes, multidisciplinary. So see, the management includes continuous process. So it is considered as both art as well as science of decision making. This is about the introduction of management. Let us see how the management uh, process takes place. So first you have to make the plan. So setting the objectives of the company, like what to do in the next few years or 5 years, and how to plan. So that comes in the what is the different stages. So that is the planning, organizing. Once you have planned, you have to arrange all the resources, where it is raw material, where it is human resource, whether it is a financial resource, okay, and whether it is the setting of the factory, you have to organize properly. Then staffing, that means you have to recruit the people or hire the competent people, and you have to train them. That is called staffing. So you have planned, you are organized, you made the staffing, then you have to direct. Or after the employees are recruited, you have to direct them, and also teach them, also motive them. Okay, that is called directing, controlling. So you are planned, you organize, you staffing, and you directed. Then after that, you have to manage whether they are doing properly or not, whether systems are working properly or not. Then you have to take some of the corrective measures. So the planning include organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Okay, so what is the functions of management? Exactly what functions happens in a management? Okay, as a future manager, you should know all this. One thing is that first you have to plan. Okay, so in a management is planning is essential. So what is the goals, and what is the plan, what is the strategies, how you can achieve the goals of the organization. So decision making is the main part. Organizing, that means you have to organize the resources and implement fully. Then it comes to staffing. So staffing means you have to recruit the people, you have to train the people. After that, you have to retain that particular human resource in the organization. Then once you have recruited, you have to direct, you have to guide and motivate, and leading the employee towards goals accomplishment. Then controlling. So you have done planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and after that you have to measure whether they are followed the standard things or not. If not, then you have to take the corrective action for them. So this is functions of management. Okay, then uh, kinds of managers in a organization. There is a three types of managers are there. One is lower level, middle level, top level. So lower level means those who are supervisors, team leaders. Okay, so they directly do the work. They are not manager position. They are employees. They to do day-to-day operation. Then it comes to the middle level. So they are the department heads, division managers. So they implement the whatever the top level managers give the instruction, they will follow the same. Then top level management. So like CEOs, in entrepreneurs, presidents, okay, vice president. So they are responsible for overall organization plan, and also they make the long-term plan for the organization. So when they are asked what is the kinds of managers, top level, middle level, lower level. So one more thing is the functional managers. So this means these are these are the heads who look after like human resource as well as finance, marketing. So they are specialized in specific departments. They are called as functional managers. Then what is the managerial role? As per the Mintzberg's framework. Mintzberg's framework. There are three major roles. One is interpersonal roles. Then it comes to the informational role. Then you can see here decision role. So interpersonal means uh, see they represent the company. They motivate the employee. They network the people external also. Okay, whether it is our customers, our those who are providing finance, those who are doing supplying the material, for them they are going to have the contact. Then informational roles. So they they collect the information about the company outside the company. Also, they uh, they whatever the necessary information is there that can be shared or not to share up to the person, as well as in front of media, they represents our organization. So these are the information role. Then decisional role. And divisional roles means uh, they are negotiators, they are bargainers. Okay, so they also resource allocate and they distribute the resources. So the manager role consists of three roles: interpersonal role, informational role, and decisional role. Then what is the managerial skill need to have? What is the managerial skill need to have? One is technical skills, then human skills and conceptual skills. Skills, that means technical skills means they need to have the job specific needs. They should be expertise whatever the task they have given. So uh, so most important, at lower level management they need to have technical skills, not the higher level. Then human skills, that means they need to understand and motivate the people. So it is important, as a manager you have to motivate the people in order to have effective work, teamwork. Then conceptual, so you need to understand the thing strategically. So if the complex situations are there, okay, you have to understand and see the organization growth. And it is the conceptual skills is very important for the top management. So the managerial skills are technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. Then uh, evaluation of the management thought. Okay, how the this particular management came come into the picture. Okay, one is classical theory. So uh, and second one is the scientific management. Third one is the administrative theory. Fourth one is the behavioral theory. So evaluation of the management thought, you have to write all these four. Classical theory, which focuses on the company structure, how is efficiently works, what is the formal organizational principles. Then scientific management, it is a uh, management group tailors systematic approach to improve work's productivity through scientific methods. Then administrative theory. So scientific theory given by the tailors, whereas administrative theory given by the foils. So they are given the principles, management and organization structure, how the organization should be there. That structure given by the foils. Then behavioral theory. It says about the human relations, how the people are motivated, how then they also study about the psychological factors of the human being. Okay, these are the evaluation of the management thoughts. Classical theory, scientific management, administrative theory, and behavioral theory. So this is the foils. The scientific management is have the 14 principles. One is division of work. In the examination, they may ask what is the mention the 14 principles of the foils management. So you have to write this division of work. Then that means uh, not everybody can do the same work. Someone has to do some specific work, so that is called specialization. Then authority and responsibility, so right to give orders from accountability. Not so right person has to give the right information or orders. Discipline, so in an organization everybody should obey and respect for the agreements they have given. Then utility command, one employee should command and one supervisor should be there. Multiple supervisor is not acceptable. Then utility direction, so that means unity of direction. In organization, one plan should be there that need to be achieved first. Then subordination, so organization goals over individual interest. First, the organization need to be survive. Organization has to be developed. Then individual interest come. Remuneration, that means uh, people are expect the good remuneration for their work. Then centralization, so the authority should be from the centralized, as well as sometimes the authority should be decentralized. Then scholar chain, clear chain authority from top to bottom, from CEO to from top management, middle management, lower level management, that authority has to flow. Then order, so right person had to write information at a right time, that's the order. Equity, so everybody in a organization, every employee has to be treated with dignity. Stability, tenure, so the the amount of time they spend, there should be a specific time during their work time, during their lifetime. Initiative, so one has to encourage the employee and also uh, take the suggestions for the innovation. Then spirit decops means promote team spirit and unity. So in an organization everybody has to work with unity. These are the 14 principles of foils management. Okay, have a look, and if you want to take the screenshot and read it. Okay, then we'll go to the scientific management. So we discussed about the Foyle's principles of management. This is the scientific. This is the administrative thing we discussed. This is the administrative theory we discussed. Foyle's principles of management and organizational structure. This is the administrative thing, and we'll discuss about the scientific management, which is given by the Taylor's approach. So what he says that everything has to be done with scientifically. So time study, okay, then motion study, standardization, differential, base system. Time study means see, every task has to be recorded with scientifically to establish the standard for the completion. So whatever you task, some time frame should be there, some measurement should be there, so that it is going to be completed. Motion study. So that means you have to study everything is going properly or not. There should not be unnecessary movement of the things or the people, so that work can be efficiently done. Then standardization. So in every work there should be standards, there should be rules and regulation, and there should be quality in everything. That is standardization. Then differential wage system. That means those who are working efficiently, those who have standards, they need to give good sufficient salaries, whereas those who are having the less productive, they will be given less wage. This is the scientific management which is given by the Taylor's approach. Okay, so behavioral theory. So see, this particular subject is huge. However, I am concluding this subject in 20 PPTs. Okay, so in order to have the full explanation, you can download Masters Teach app, and you can have the MBA first sem, that you can have entire thing. So the behavioral theory divided into three parts. One is Hawthorne studies and human relations and motivation importance. So Hawthorne study says that social relations affects the in a organization, human relations. So workers like uh, you consider as human being as a human being, not as a machinery. They have the emotions, motivation importance. That means, so everybody has the psychological needs one need to drive. So human relation management shift from viewing as a worker as a machine to a recognize them as a social being with the emotional needs. You should not treat the worker as a machine, but you need to treat it as a dignity. Then Hawthorne studies, it says that research reveals that social and psychological factors significantly impact the workers' productivity and satisfaction. Then importance of motivation. So motivation is essential to better performance in a job, so that they can lead in the job and they will satisfy, they will increase their morale. So these are the behavioral theory. What is the behavioral theory? human Human relations movement, then Hawthorne studies, then importance of motivation, then system theory. It is a holistic what we are reading here, this thing. Okay, let me check. Let me check. So we are studied managerial skills, then evaluation of the management. So we discussed uh, Taylor's as well as Foyle's. Then we are discussing about the behavioral theory. Okay, this is also called behavioral theory. We already discussed. Now we are discussing about the system theory. These are the systems. Okay, resources, material, information. Resources, it may be uh, human resources, financial resources, okay, material, raw material, something like that. Information also considered as the input in a organization. Then process, this has to be transformed into output. Output means the human resources, financial resource, raw material, and everything is going to become product or services and give the good results. So organization considers a system. So views organization as an open system interacting with its environment, where all the parts are interconnected. See, the in companies compare with the system which is connected with the each and every part. Each and every part need to be work together to perform well. There is a organization as a system, and at the same time this organization depends on not only one part. Each part is required, each part is interdependent, so that the system can be developed properly, the output may be properly, the company will develop more. These are the system theory. What you have tried: input, process, output, then organization as a system, then interdependence, then contingency theory. So it is, we already discussed, those who have purchased my course. Okay, situational approach. See, no single plan is not good. So depends upon the situation. You have to approach as per the situation, as per the context. Then environmental influence. See, in an organization, not only depends our internal environment, it also influenced by the external environment like market condition, government policy, and technology, competition, various management decision also influenced by the environmental influence. Then flexible manager. So the manager should not be a static one. They need to adapt their styles, strategies according to the situation. According to situation, they have to modify their things. So this is the contingent theory. It depends. Okay. Then like here, planning and goal setting. So see, again, I'm saying this is a lengthy class, okay, which is consist of other classes also, but I'm giving in a shortcut way. So planning means what? You're deciding what to do, how to do, when to do, and who will do it. Planning is what? So what you are going to do in the future, how you are going to do, that is the thing. When the time is also going to do thing, where place where you are going to do, and who will do it. Okay, the person is going to do it. That is a meaning of planning. So it is decision of in advance. Whereas smart goals, smart means there is a S for specific, M for measurable, then A for achievable, then R for relevant, T for time bound objectives that guide the organizational action. So the goal should have smart goals. That means what you want to specifically that can be measured. That means you can take and measure like how much performance is that, whether that particular goals are achievable or not, whether the goals are relevant or not, whether the time frame is sufficient or not in order to achieve the organizational objective. That is called as smart goals. Then types of plan. So plans are maybe three or four times or types. Strategic, it means long term, maybe 10 years, 100 years. Tactical forms, tactical plan, that means it will be medium term, 2 years, 3 years. Then operation plan, maybe weekly, daily, or even hourly or minute wise also some plans are there. So some are the standing plan, means it is going to be ever and ever. Some of the single use plan, so you are going to make the plan as per specific project. These are the types of plan. So I hope you understand this. If you are really understood this one, please do share with your friends. Also you can purchase this particular MBA paper one in the Master Teach app. Okay. Then here, decision making process. So how the decision making by the um, managers. One is problem identification. So you have to see what is the problem, what is the issues in order to take the decision. Then you have to take the alternatives for the decision. So if you have the problem, you have to think in different ways to solve the problem. Evaluation. So after studying multiple alternatives, you have to come up with the certain criteria, and you have to select that particular decision, and you have to analyze, then implement the same. So these are decision making processes: that problem identification, generate alternatives, evaluation, select, and implementation. So you have to write these in the flowchart way so that you will get the good marks. Then organizing. Organizing means how to make organize. It is very simple. So organizer structure. Here you can see the structure, leaders. Okay, like this, like this, like this. Okay. So here organize structure framework define how to tasks are divide group and coordinate with the within the organization. So any work is there that can be divided into the groups, and that groups need to have coordination between them, authority. So in a company, one need to make the right decisions or right plans, right orders, and also they need to allocate the resources like financial, human resources, okay, personals to achieve the organizational uh, objective. Delegation means the authority need to be passed to the other people. Okay, you need to trust the your subordinates. Then departmentization. You have to make the work in a group wise as function wise or product wise, geography wise. Okay, function wise means managerial function, clerical function. Product wise means maybe consumer or industrial product. Geography wise, whether you are going to um, work in a specific geography, European geography or American geography or Australian or Asian. So that is a departmentization. Okay, based on their geography. Then uh, controlling. First, first you have to plan, you have to organize, then you have to control. So the types of control here. First, how you have to control? You have to make some standards and whether they are performing the standards as per whether their performance is measured along with the standards. Then you have to compare the result with the different departments. Then if something lacking, you have to take the action. So types of control is that forward control, that is a preventive. Okay, in the future what is going to be happen that you are going to prevent right now. Concurrent, real time, something happening and you have to control. Then feedback. Okay, something already happened, you have to take the feedback. This is called as a control mechanism or types of control. Then balance scorecard, that is strategic performance management tools, measures like financial, customer, internal, and learning prospects. Okay, that means you have to balance everything. Financial control. So, how you have to make the budget and financial ratios, audits, and cost analysis to monitor the organization and financial health. Okay, then organizational behavior. It is a behavior of the employees, like individual behavior, behavior, organizational behavior, and conflict management. Okay, here individual behavior means one's employees' personality, how they're looking, what their attitude, how they are going to motivate. It also affects the performance in an organization. Group behavior means when the people are sitting together, working together, how their behavior, okay, how they are making the decision. Then organization culture. So in an organization, in a company, they have certain common values, common beliefs, and that also shapes the behavior and organizational identity. Conflict management. If the people are together, they have sometimes they have the conflicts. Okay, they need to sort it out, the disagreements, and they need to have collaboration, compromise, accommodate, and avoidance competence. That's already I discussed in a detailed course in my app, that is Master's Teach app, where you can have MBA paper, MBA first year. Then leadership and motivation. There is a see they may ask in the examination types of leadership. Okay, autocratic means whatever I say that will be the final. Democratic means all together they are going to take the decision. Then laissez faire, that means everybody has given the chance in the organization to participate in leadership. Transformational and transactional approach to lead the team's Maslow hierarchy. Okay, that means primary needs has to be fulfilled first. That is psychological means food, shelter, water. Okay, safety. Then social needs, respect and all the stuff. Then it comes to the esteem. That is the thing. Then theory Y and theory X. So macros contradict assumption and like X workers dislikes works, Y workers self-motivated. Then two factors theory. There is a Herberg's theory. Hygienic factors prevents dissatisfaction, whereas motivators create the satisfaction at work. So these are the things where you have to remember. Then so what we have learned today, management principles we learn organizational structures, and we also learn how the people are behaves in the organization. So go through this particular video again and again, share with your friends, and you can also join with Master Teach app. Okay, you'll have everything about your management course. So thank you for watching. All the best for your coming examination. We'll see you in the next lecture.